guys, Christian the Hammer Card Man coming at you with another D-Time video today. This time around, we're going to be talking about Maxx. I'm sorry, I can't get into this video without laughing because I know everyone's going to just look at me like I'm ridiculous. But anyways, before we get into that, be sure to check out all of the links down in the description below to all of the members of the coalition. All of their channels are down there. Be sure to go give them all some love because they're all awesome creators, and we're all here to provide you guys with some awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into today's discussion about Maxx. I have been waiting to do this one for so long because so many people get mad at me as soon as I bring up Maxx being back in the TCG. So I'm here today to talk to you about why Maxx is still banned and why it should honestly be unbanned. So let's go ahead and get into this discussion today. So the reason Maxx was initially banned is because it was considered obviously broken. I mean, all you gotta do is just send this to the graveyard at the beginning of the turn, and then each time your opponent special summons a monster during that turn, you get to draw one card. So you get tons of advantage out of this card, given the current metagame where people are summoning like 7-8 times in one turn at minimum sometimes, and you're just reaping whole tons of advantage off of that. And effectively, like, it was kind of determined when Maxx came out that, when that part of the meta shifted, that it was too broken. It became a one-sided game on who could draw their Maxx. Now, my argument for this is that there are several cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now that can negate this and stop this effect from happening. And these are cards that people are already playing. Now, one of these, I guess, maybe not so much with the Decline of Spirals, since Master Plan just got banned, but it still exists. So, like I said, the thing that made Maxx so broken is that you just add cards from your deck to your hand. But the great thing is that we have a card called Rollin Lockeford, which directly negates this card. If somebody activates Maxx, as soon as they draw their first card off of it, you can activate that Rollin Lockeford. Now, the downside is that both players, when you play Rollin Lockeford, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand, so it stops you from being able to add cards from your deck to your hand. But if you're a combo deck that special summons from the deck instead of adding to the hand, I mean, you're really not getting hurt too much by that, and you're stopping your opponent from being able to draw cards. So, huge boost there. But also Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave directly destroys Maxx because as a quick effect, you just banish the card from the graveyard and then negate its effects until the end of your opponent's next turn. So Called by the Grave directly counters this card. Obviously, Instant Fusion with Millenniumized Restrict, even though Instant Fusion just got hit to 1, that still works. So you've effectively got 4 Called by the Graves per deck, and then you still got Rollin Lockeford, which once again can counter this card. It just kind of slows you down a little bit as well, but I think that kind of keeps both players in check, to be honest. And I mean, there's definitely several archetype-specific cards. I mean, Appaloosa would negate this. I mean, obviously, it'd be hard to get an Appaloosa out before a Maxx gets activated, so I guess maybe that doesn't work. But you know, you guys know what I'm saying. There's plenty of negates in these decks, and I mean, honestly, if you don't draw Maxx first turn and somehow the game goes on to turn 3, and so like say you're going first, or your opponent's the one that has Maxx in their deck, but they don't draw it until after their next turn starts. So that you go into turn 3 and start going off for more combos, they try to activate Maxx, then you might already have an Appaloosa or a Borderlord Savage Dragon up by then, so you can negate that. This Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta is so full of negates right now that I don't think Maxx is as broken as people think it is, because honestly, for quite a few matchups, it can just be kind of a dead card in hand, like something that you can't even use, because as soon as you try to use it, it just gets negated. I mean, like, granted, that just takes out the negation out of your opponent's hand, so it does become an effective tool at doing that, to be able to proc those negates and get those to come out really quick and early, so that your opponent can't use that when you're trying to go off with your turn. So that is definitely good. So there is plenty of reason for Maxx to stay banned, because it is still a powerful card, but there's also reasons that it could come off the ban list, because enough of these decks nowadays are playing several negates in their deck, because that's like, we have to protect ourselves. Like, there's so many things that can destroy a lot of these strategies out there, so of course we're playing stuff like Called by the Grave to stop things like Ash Blossom and Effect Veiler from stopping our strategies. So if we're already playing Called by the Grave, well, then Maxx is just gonna get stopped too. So really, I don't see a reason not to throw Maxx back in. Maybe just at 1. Maybe just throw that Maxx back at 1. I don't want to see it jump to 3 right away, but I definitely think it could potentially be like the right time for Maxx to come off the ban list. So I mean, you guys let me know what you think down below. Obviously, like I said, a lot of people are going to look at me like I'm ridiculous for making this video, but it is what it is. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe down below. And also, I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Remember to have fun and make your move. Peace out.